Well, hello and welcome to this exercise on circles and intersecting chords. Now, there are two ways in which two chords can intersect. They can either intersect internally, as on the left hand side, we've got chord AB intersecting chord CD at the point O inside the circle, or we can have chord AB. This is chord AB intersecting chord CD extended. They intersect at the point O there. Now, to make life easy for myself, I'm saying that AB is 14. That's the length of the chord. From there to there is 14, and from there to there is 14. And we're saying that from one end of the beginning of the chord to where it intersects is 8 centimeters. So that's 8 centimeters, and that's 8 centimeters there. And OD is from where it intersects to the end of the chord. This is OD will be from where it intersects to the end of the chord there, and OD will be from where it intersects to the end of the chord, and that's 3 there. Now, in both cases, AO times OB will be equal to CO times CD. So AO times OB is equal to CO times OD. We're supposed to find the value of X in both cases. Right. If we do the left hand side first, AO is 14 minus X, because all of that is 14 and that's X there. So AO is 14 minus X. OB is X there. So 14 minus X times X is equal to 8 times 3. And when we open up the bracket, we have that 14x minus x squared is equal to 24. When we rearrange, we have that x squared minus 14x plus 24 is equal to 0. Okay. When we factorize, we have that x minus 2 into x minus 12 is equal to 0, which means that x has to be 2 if we're looking at the diagram, and which means that AO is 12, and 12 plus 2 give us 14. Now, for the right hand side, we know that AB is 14 as given to us there, and that gives this length there. AB is 14, and we know that CO is 8. We also know that OD is 3. Now, before I carry on, can you make sure you pause the video now and again and go back and make sure that you understand what's happening here. Right. Now, OD is 3. And we know from here that AO, this one here, times OB is equal to CO from there to there times OD. Now, in this case, AO will be 14 plus X. Okay, and OB is going to be just X there. So we now have 14 plus X times X is equal to 8 times 3. When we expand the bracket, we have that 14x plus x squared is equal to 24. When we rearrange our expression, we have that x squared plus 14x minus 24 is equal to 0. Now, we cannot factorize this here, so we have to use the quadratic formula. And that would be minus 14 plus or minus 14 squared minus 4 into minus 24. And that gives us minus 14 plus or minus the square root of 196 plus 96. They've all divided by 2. And moving on, minus 14 plus or minus the square root of 292 divided by 2. 292 is the same as, the square root of 292 is the same as the square root of 4 times the square root of 73. Now, the square root of 4 is 2, so we end up with 14 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 73 divided by 2. And when we divide, we end up with minus 7 plus or minus the square root of 73. Now, there's no point doing minus and minus is equal to 73 because you're going to have negative value there. So instead we do minus 7 plus 8.544, which is the square root of 73. So we end up with 1.5 centimeters to 2SF. Now I hope all that made some sense. Please subscribe, and do not forget to pause the video and go back and have another go at this. Thank you for watching, and bye bye now.